Now, right off the bat, you can probably see what's in the center of the screen and say, what the heck is that? This is our Style Stats Team Composition Strength Calculator. This is a radar chart that will produce two shapes, one for each team, red for red, blue for blue. And those shapes will help us compare the strengths of each squad based on these 6 criteria: disengage, engage, nuke, wave clear, siege, and poke. We'll get more into that as the champions become selected and as they do end up getting logged into this chart. For now, our squads are the God Squad on blue. Eddie the God banning, followed by picks from Erebus12, Broadskin, and Andrew the God. On red team, we have Team Shreddin, banning and captain. It was only Zed, followed by Rise Stone, 13 Tryharder 37. God, that's going to suck for me later when I'm having to shoutcast it and say it in a team fight. And Jag Burt, 11. We have 2 replacements coming out here in this match for Team Shred. A mid-set roster change. This is something I do not usually allow, but those 2 players were actually none available. So I think one of them was unavailable and the other one was a sub. So it was something I did allow for this specific occurrence. Now, most of the time I will not allow these double mid-set roster changes. But this is also this team's first set ever, so they weren't quite as prepared as some would assume. Now, we did have the first lock-in so far. Eddie the God taking his Lux. More priority on that champion. These guys banned out the Lux last match. And our bans out thus far, as the 2 first picks are coming in for Team Shreddin, are Zareth, Jenna Ziggs, XJZ, taken out by the God Squad, and Soraka Sona Alistair, taken out by Team Shreddin. Those first 2 lock-ins are, in fact, a Katarina, an early Katarina coming out from It Was Only Zed, and Rise Stone taking a Malphite, another engaging champion. These guys like those heavy AoE engagers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they snagged the Lysandra again here. But we are seeing the infamous Blitzcrank coming out from Erebus. Let's see how he's going to play this one. I'm definitely going to overanalyze this, as I always do. And an Ezreal coming out from Broadskin. As you can see, our charts are updating as the champions do become selected. Right now, from the first 3 for the God Squad and the first 2 for Team Shreddin, we can see that they're both once again building exact opposites of squads. Bottom left side heavy for the God Squad and top right side heavy for Team Shreddin. It looks like they're just trying to counter each other out. Now, there is no specific significance to exact opposites here, in terms of the directions and the shapes of the charts. I did not set it up like that. I probably could, and I could make some adjustments to it later, but as of right now, that's not the case. I'll just be able to help you guys analyze it once we do have got all these picks locked in. Now, there's the 2 last picks for Team Shreddin. Tryharder going to be taking his Graves, and Jag Burt taking the Lulu. Finally, we're seeing a Lulu. Lulu is one of the champions that almost never gets played in Draft Labs. This is another one of those champions that just gets me super excited when I see it being selected, because it is such a good pick here, and just the things she brings to this game, to this map, are just so excellent. Wave clear, poke, and peel. And heal as well, because her ultimate is considered to be a big healing spell. So I mean, she's just a phenomenal champion. Is another one of those champions I don't think is played nearly enough on this map and in this game type. Now, the last lock-in for the God Squad ended up being a Morgana. And with that, we're going to finalize our charts. Once again, almost exact opposites coming out in terms of the shapes. We have a bottom left side heavy chart coming out from the God Squad here. You can see they're taking Poke, Seed. Actually, we could say this is top left side heavy, as a matter of fact. I'm a little bit off. It's really tough to say. Both teams very symmetrical is the first thing I got to say. And what you find with symmetrical compositions is that it takes a lot of team coordination and player synergy to actually make the most of those comps. It's a very difficult thing to take a composition that really every trait is bought by one individual champion, rather than you have 3 champions that can engage or 3 champions that can disengage. You have, in this case, you have one that can disengage, one that can burst, one that can engage, and you're really gonna have to coordinate your team fights like a dance to make sure they can work out perfectly for you. And it's a lot more difficult to do, and in the Draft Labs tournament series setting, I'm sure that we're going to see more teams actually be able to capitalize on it. But in the open lobby series setting, where we see most of their symmetrical compositions, that's where things really just kind of go awry, because the players aren't in voice communication. They haven't played with each other before, and it can be a big advantage, but also a big disadvantage at the same time. So we'll say that it's top left side heavy here for the God Squad. They're going for a very similar composition. They got a lot of poke and good disengage and good crowd control to keep them safe. The Blitzcrank is a big replacement for them from the Alistair here, and when I look at their squad, I don't necessarily see enough burst damage to actually capitalize on Blitzcrank pulls. I think that Blitzcrank is really going to be be used more for the peels here. He's going to be able to kind of negate any sort of big engage that's going to come out from the enemy squad. But at the same time, red team as of right now, Team Shreddin, they are not the type of squad that can actually that doesn't want to get pulled. Katarina, she kind of wants to get pulled. Malphite definitely wants to get pulled. Lulu can capitalize there. So the Lulu was a good counter pick to the Blitzcrank, and the remaining members of Team Shreddin are going to be able to work well against him also. Now, and from Team Shreddin, their composition is going to be it's tough to determine whether or not it's a top right side heavy or a bottom right side heavy. I think it's a top right side heavy. You have disengage, engage, and nuke as their three most prominent traits here. And what that's going to bring for us is what's called a pick composition. This is a comp that can control the enemy squad with crowd control, isolate one single target, burst them down, and then get out in time for it not to chain react into a team fight. It's a very peculiar team composition being built here because there's a lot of champions that don't really fit into it that still contribute to those traits, like Katarina. Without crowd control, she's not very good at making those picks. She has to really go all in to just get picks in the enemy squad. But with the heavy amounts of crowd control that are coming out from this squad right now with the Malphite as well as the Lulu, it's going to make it a lot easier for the Katarina to go all in. And right now, it's not leaning quite enough to the top right for Team Shreddin to actually be considered a true pick composition. They simply have an emphasis on that burst damage, an emphasis on their crowd control. I think that this is simply going to be a wombo combo comp. You have Malphite going in, gets one knockup, followed up by Katarina going in, wanting to use her ultimate, and then the follow-up from Lulu, ensuring that she's able to complete the ultimate and ensuring that she does not end up going down too quickly there. That's a very important thing to have, and I like this composition coming out from Team Shreddin once again. It seems as though, like the last one, that it was very calculated, and there's a lot of thought that was put into it, and I think that these type of composition can work out really well for squads, just less than often against a standard composition like what we're seeing from the God Squad. The God Squad are going very standard, very meta here, and Team Shreddin are trying to break it, if you could say. They're the meta breakers, and I really like that, but it didn't work out for them in the last game. Now they're picking something similar. Hopefully it's going to work out for them this time. Right here they have more of a hard carry in the Katarina than they did last game. Here we go, you guys. The Draft Labs Tournament Series Week 3, Day 2. Second match of our first set of Sunday's matches. The God Squad took the first match of this set. Team Shreddin looking to even things up with this nice, well-rounded, pick-oriented composition, whereas Team Shreddin are looking to even things back up with this pick-oriented composition. The God Squad going right back to the standard comp that we saw them take in the last match and ended up working out so well for them. But that being said, it was very close. It was not a landslide for them in the last match by no means. So this match could easily go over in favor of Team Shreddin if they get themselves those good engages. And with Malphite, you really have no choice but to make a good engage. There's a face check from him. He's going to get bursted down. It was only Zed actually goes in and dodges out a pull there beautifully. That was a really, really crazy pull dodge right there, you guys. That was actually worth a replay in my opinion. You can see it was only Zed. He throws it out. I don't even know if it was only Zed knew that the Blitzcrank pull was coming. Watch this. Blink! Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so close. I had to slow it down as much as I possibly could. Erebus, he thought he had a free pull right there onto Katarina. She ends up going in, getting some damage spread onto all 4 members of the God Squad and getting out unscathed. Huge play from It Was Only Zed. Early game lead does not go over in favor of anybody at this point. Question is, who's got the stronger wave clear? And as of right now, if I look at the chart, I can see that they're both exactly the same. Almost exactly the same wave clear for both sides. It's just going to be all about positioning. And when the enemy team doesn't have as much or more wave clear than you, and you have a Blitzcrank, then you're definitely going to be able to take an easy advantage here. Now, Try Harder, he ends up getting pulled in and takes a good bit of damage. He was able to dash out there before Erebus was actually able to capitalize on the pull. That was a beautiful pull, but there was no knockup. It might have been a dead Graves if there was a knockup coming there. And with the Blitzcrank, he can apply so much forward pressure, and the enemy team is forced to respect it, that he can easily take his game in early lead here, even if they don't have the wave clear they're required. Now, there's another lock on a Rise Stone. He gets chain crowd control back into his squad, and that's going to be a first blood now, going over in favor of Broadskin. Ezreal snags the FB, gets himself some nice gold right off the bat. That's exactly where you want it to go. This game is moving in favor of the God Squad right off the bat. But as I said in the last game, this type of composition is supposed to take the early game lead. They're supposed to take this first tower. You know, it's all about the comeback here for the team that Team Shreddin have built so far. The composition that Team Shreddin have built so far. And with lacking wave clear coming out here from the Team Shreddin, it's going to make it so much difficult for them to, so much more difficult rather, for them to really defend this turret. You can see it's already getting wheeled down a little bit. I haven't seen quite as much emphasis as I would like coming out from the God Squad onto that tower. There's another pull on It Was Only Zed. More nice follow-up ground control. Andrew the God followed by Erebus. Snare to pull. And we could even see double snare into pull here, or snare, pull, snare. There's a lot of different combinations from these three sets of crowd control coming out for this squad. Erebus, I like his forward positioning. He's able to get a good bit of pressure on the enemy squad and actually enables a little bit of damage down to this tower, but you can see the timing from Team Shreddin is really excellent so far. They sit back, they stay safe, and then right as soon as the enemy team moves forward and possibly wants to get some tower damage off, they move right back in, they get right back into the face of the enemy team and make sure that they zone them out. So the initial zoning is coming out from Erebus on his Blitzcrank. The enemy team has to respect that, so they sit back. And then right as soon as the enemy squad moves forward, you can see that everybody on Team Shreddin want to move forward as well. It's really as soon as their minions come in, so they have something to block the Blitzcrank pulls, but that time it actually was a little bit too much time there to allow for the God Squad to hit that tower. If this continues, they might be able to get this tower down within, 6 or 7 minutes here. A few more picks coming out from Erebus. Maybe another kill for Broadskin would be really, really excellent here for the God Squad and be able to take them this at really early first tower. You can see another big siege opportunity for them. Nice pull on a Jagbird. Jagbird gets locked in and taken down. Second blood now in favor of the God Squad. This is first and second blood going over in favor of them in the last two matches. Good quick wave clear coming out from the God Squad. They're going to grab themselves as much time to siege as possible. Another big pull on a try-harder. He gets locked down and also taken away. That is very unfortunate here. So many deaths now going over in favor of the God Squad. And every single member of Team Shreddin are just being picked off one by one. One kill for all three of those members. The only one left is It Was Only Zed, and he's been playing it very, very safe, as he should be with the Katarina. If there's anybody who's level 6 should not be delayed here, it should be Katarina. You can see a full level 6 hit all in unison for the God Squad as well, and now would be a good time for them to take advantage of it. No one on the other team has the ultimates quite yet. There's a nice pull. It doesn't land on a Rise Stone, though. You can expect a lot of ultimates coming out from that. And with them not using any of their own ultimates, there are situations where it's going to work out for them here to kind of sit on those ultimates, like if Lux was to use hers for some wave clear, something like that, but you still have to respect the level 6 that's coming out from Team Shreddin right now. There's the ultimate from Ezreal. Whiffs, hits no one. That was not the use for it. That would have been much better used on the minions to clear them out and get yourself a nice forward advantage here in these middle stages of the early game. We haven't seen any level 6s coming out quite yet. This is the wave that's going to get those three members who have died, the level 6s. So, ooh, it's not. They're still not sitting on level 6s. There was so much time here for the God Squad to really take advantage of this huge deficit these guys have with no ultimates. There's the level 6 pulls. Ooh, there's level 6 and the pull from Erebus isn't able to snag anything, and there should be some instantaneous aggression coming out. We should be looking for a big multi-kill. That was the opportunity for Rystone to go in. There's another one. Even more. He needs to throw an ultimate. Jagbird is there ready, but he doesn't do it. My goodness, that was just a big, big missed opportunity here for these guys. They're all plenty healthy. If somebody gets pulled in right now and taken away, that is absolutely going to lose them so much. But the late ultimate from Rystone is thankfully followed up, but it's just not quite enough. Erebus is in the backlines. He is delaying the remaining members of Team Shreddin, but they're actually still able to get Erebus down low. Will there be some sort of counter engage coming out here from the God Squad? Unfortunately not, and there's a nice ultimate from Ezreal. Late Jagbird, he's locked down. He might end up falling here. That is going to be the case. And the God picks up that kill, and only one kill going over in favor now of the God Squad, and somehow Team Shreddin not able to pick up anything. That engage was faulty. It should have happened so much sooner. There were so many great opportunities to lock down Andrew the God and Broadskin, the two priority targets. They were sitting there asking to get Malphite ultied, and there was so much follow-up there. He ended up ulting max range, and the only person who could actually make something happen was Lulu with her follow-up now. There's another pick now in favor of the God Squad. 5-0. It was only Zed is looking for some kills for himself. He might be able to pick one up, is not able to. Simply takes the remaining members of, or the members who were caught in that ultimate down very low. At least that's a nice little lead for them, but there's a bind on it was only Zed. Does he have the Shunpo available? It looks like that is the case, and we'll be able to make it out of there unscathed. Nice kill for Jag. Easy kill on his part. He just waits for Ezreal to move backwards to make sure that that picks was actually in line for the Q. Well done. Ocean Eyebrow says they are getting shredded. That's a good pun, but I don't think that's quite the case. They're still going to have plenty more opportunities to engage here. And right now is actually a really good time for them because they don't really need to do anything more than just push up here. Rise Stone, he gets locked down and takes too much damage. Another mistake from Rise Stone, not playing that situation out correctly. So many members of the God Squad are extremely low right now that there could just easily be a push, you know. Right now is kind of where you can adapt to the scenario. It's a very similar situation that we're seeing coming out from Team Shreddin, where they have a team that does not necessarily want to be in a lane phase all the time. But in this specific situation with the enemy team so darn low, they would want to keep it there so they can take a tower. There's a late ultimate from Malphite right as soon as he gets pulled in and taken down. It was only Zed forced out of a flash, barely survives there, and still no kills going over in favor of Team Shreddin. 6-1 now, 7-1 after one person ends up getting taken down. Jagbird, I forgot about that kill that he got. But in this team fight, one member down, two ended up falling in that skirmish. Rise Stone, he's back up and might be able to make something happen. Beautiful dodge from Jagbird, but there might be a double stun coming out from Eddie the God. They take him out just quick enough. And it looked like the members of the God Squad were just like, we're not going to follow that one up. Sorry, dude. You might get that, but you might got, but we're not going to try to follow that one up. Rise Stone in a good position to make something happen on Andrew. Andrew is making his way out of the Rise Stone, looking for a Q. Will he find it? He does, but a nice shield from the Lux there ends up keeping her alive. And another pull on the Rise Stone underneath the tower. He's forced out of so much damage, ends up going down to Broadskin. Once again, it was only Zed. One reset, maybe two resets here. Snags two, ends up getting snared up and is going to get taken down. Either way, Andrew the God gets a killing spree, and Katarina is actually able to even up the kills there. Saw an opportunity for a double kill, snagged it, and now is going to have 2-2 and 0. Good opportunity there. Good, well played. Well played by it was only Zed. You know, it takes a seasoned Katarina player to know that in a situation like that where you can decide, am I going to go all in and get this guaranteed kill and a guaranteed death? Oh, another nice kill here. Double snare. There's that snare combo that I was talking about earlier. It takes a lot of skill for a Katarina player to say, you know, to think about those trades. I'm 0-1. I have an opportunity to get a double kill but give up a guaranteed death. I'm going to be 2-2 and I'm going to give up some gold, but I'm going to get myself back into even get myself some more money. That's exactly how the Katarina should be played, especially in the earlier phases of the game. Now we have transitioned over into the mid game here. Woo, not the best pull from the Rebus. That was close. But it's still, this is the crucial time for Katarina. It's either going to be fed Katarina over the next 5 minutes. We're going to decide, it's going to be the deciding factor as to whether or not it's going to be a fed Katarina or not. And then it's also going to be decided whether or not the God Squad can take this match, because if they can snag the second tower and the Nexus within the next and the inhibitor within the next 5 minutes, then I think it's their game. It's just going to be too much of an early lead for Team Shreddin to handle. Rise Stone, he's still getting poked down. He is just a CC magnet. There's the ultimate. Broadskin getting saved by the Black Shield. Now Rise Stone forced out of the ultimate from Lulu. He gets taken down, and all three remaining members of Team Shreddin are caught out in the Lux ultimate, then two in the stuns. Follow-up pull snags Ezreal a double kill here, and he is looking for a triple. Well played. Now that's 2 down, and the remaining 2 very low here for Team Shreddin. They have not been able to make things happen. Rise Stone really not coming out clutch on this Malphite. Has not been playing that true to form Malphite where you sit back, play safe, then are able to move backwards. Nice little combo there from Graves to pick up 1 kill. But then Erebus backs up another for his squad. Erebus going to get taken down here as he snagged the turret aggro. Wow, survives somehow. And this second tower is being pushed so hard. Rise Stone still's taking so much damage. It was only Zed using the ultimate. Bad timing. Doesn't get anybody in that one. Immediately cancels it out. Is forced to back off. That's a snare though. And Erebus is going to be able to follow up. Is there a pull coming? We don't know. I guess not. It was only Zed. Got out of there by the hair on his chin. Rise Stone now too low. There's no way a Malphite like that can engage. You know, there's no way a Malphite who's taking damage like that on any sort of pressuring attempt can engage here. So Rise Stone, he'll get the ultimate off unless that happens. My goodness, that's the second time that combo has landed where somebody's gotten killed mid-pullback. The synergy coming out from the God Squad is very, very strong right now, you guys. 15-5 now in terms of kills. 4K gold lead, just under 4K gold lead now. Whoa, that was a beautiful pull from Erebus as well. This guy is doing a really good job right now of playing this Blitzcrank. He's working it. He's fitting it in perfectly with his squad. Nice combo there from Jagbert, or onto Jagbert, excuse me. Is there going to be follow-up? Nice. There's 2 ultimates, 1 pull, and 1 snare to snag a kill onto the Lulu there. Really well played. Look at Rise Stone. Once again, caught out way too far forward. The pull misses. He was looking for try harder, but Rise Stone is just taking an incredibly large amount of damage. There is not much follow-up coming there. It was only Zed going to be stunned out here. Out of the ultimate, as a matter of fact. Does get 1 kill. Gets the resets. Looking for another. Will they be found? This is 2 for 2 so far in this team fight. Eddie the God gets taken down. That was only Zed. He's being chased out by Andrew the God. Can Andrew the God snag the kill? Not going to be the case. It was only Zed. Moves forward. Andrew the God now just easily being taken down by Try Harder, who ends up actually might falling here. Ooh, very lucky. That dash was actually the one thing that saved him, considering he got that attack speed bonus there. Well played, well played. And finally, Team Shreddin come out on top in a team fight. It was all up to, it was only Zed. This guy's going to be the cleanup crew for his team. It might take 2 or 3 team fights for Team Shreddin to actually get the members of the God Squad low, but that's going to be prime time for this Katarina. Easily be able to make that up. Jagbert, he might be caught out here. That's an easy pull, ends up snagging it. That's going to be a dead Lulu. Wow, the ultimate comes out. I'm surprised it was off cooldown there. Blitzcrank backs up an easy kill, but now he's taking the full duration of the ultimate from it. It was only Zed. He is going to end up falling here to Jagbert with a clutch auto attack in the end, but now it's Broadskin. It's the Broadskin show. He's looking to make cleanup duty on his Ezreal here. Can he snag a kill? Misses the Q. Will he get another one available? He doesn't need it. He arcane shifts forward, picks it up with an auto attack, and now rides Stone. Not much he can do from here on out. The God Squad coming back with a gold lead and a vengeance. They want to take this next tower, and they should be able to get it down here. Will they get the inhibitor as well? That is the question. We still have 3 seconds on it. It was only Zed. 7 on Lulu. They should be able to take this one. Easy stuff for the God Squad here. Taking that inhibitor down. It was 14 minutes in. Remember, just under 5 minutes ago, I said if they take down that inhibitor in 5 minutes, it's their game. Try harder. He gets bursting down. He's getting locked down, taking a lot of damage. Eddie the God flashes forward too late. Isn't able to get that extra damage off, but Rise Stone is disrupting the backlines. Exhausts and ignites Broadskin, but Broadskin has the heal and is able to kite him away. This is still a decent opportunity for It Was Only Zed if they can find, if that player can in fact find a reset, but you can see the team health's now heavily in favor of blue. It's a 4 versus 3 with Graves extremely low. Jagbert, ultimate's going to be coming available soon and is most likely going to be used on the Graves, but It Was Only Zed could also use that one. More good pull attempts coming out from Erebus. I mentioned earlier that he's playing really well in this Blitzcrank. Applying pressure at, you know, there's both things could be better. The pulls could always be better. If he's missed one, they definitely could be better. And the pressure could be better as well. I think with this lead they have, especially right now, he should be playing super far forward. He should be making big plays on this Blitzcrank. There's an easy pull. Well baited out there. Rise Stone definitely got baited into that pull. Now, his pulls have been good. You know, he's getting the long-range pulls. He's getting the pick-oriented pulls, but he's not applying enough pressure. But at times, he's applying good pressure. It's just not enough, in my opinion. So you can see here, he moves forward. He gets himself a decent bit of pressure off. He forces the enemy team back, but then he kind of comes back and switches back into that pick-oriented Blitzcrank where he wants to get the pulls. His team still doesn't have the damage to follow up on a pull here. Rise Stone, actually, that one might be followed up because considering how low he was there, but if you pull in a full health Malphite, there definitely won't be any follow-up on that one. Same goes to Lulu. But at least he snags himself another one. I mean, that's just a good pull on his part. He's making decent pulls. It was only Zed. Now locked in by multiple forms of crowd control. The ultimate falls onto It Was Only Zed, but there's a follow-up ultimate from Eddie the God. He does get the kill and the stun off. That's 3 down now. 4 Team Shreddin and Jagbert trying to bait something out, but he gets locked up, knocked down, stunned up, snared in, and taken down. Late ultimate from Rise Stone, once again negated by Eddie the God's Black Shield. He's getting focused down here, and that's going to be another game in favor of the God Squad. They take it by force here. They took the early game lead, then consistently got kills, kept those death timers stuttered throughout the entire series of this middle game, and were able to take this Nexus by storm. Really well played by them. Congratulations to the God Squad for taking this set in a 2-0 sweep. I would say that Team Shreddin had wonderful mind, good mind in this match, but maybe too many mind, because this squad is not going to win 9 times out of 10. When you're put into a position like this, where you're in down 1 in a best of 3, and the enemy team is building this standard composition, you might as well take yourself a standard composition as well, because the chances of you coming out on top are much greater than this kind of counter comp that we're seeing being built by them. Now, once again, these builds that they're bringing out right now are very well thought out, but as I said, too many mind. They need to go back to that meta composition and kind of give themselves more of a chance here. They're coming out in their very first set of the day, of the tournament series rather, and they're building these kind of off-brand compositions, and they look really good. But I think that same thing I say about Spook Squad, same exact thing I say about Spook Squad. If you want to build these off-brand compositions, start with the meta comps and then work from there. Change the meta comps instead of just kind of to break the meta comps by coming out with something completely different right off the bat. Now, I don't know. I'm not sure if Team Shreddin are even aware of the true meta here, but they are more than welcome to go to our website, hit that Draft Labs Champion tier list, or you could just go into the stream, hit the Draft Labs Champion tier list, Howling Abyss Champion tier list rather, and you'll be able to pull up a very extensive, very thought out, very mathematical, math heavy champion tier list, and you can see from there what champions are super strong and which champions are not on this map, according to our opinions here at Style Labs. Now, once again, congratulations to the God Squad for taking this set, their first set ever, and a 2-0 sweep, and special thank you to Team Shreddin for coming out on such short notice for me today. Well played.